Well, for our Your Corner series this morning, we're going more than 9,000 miles around the world. And this is the picture right here that convinced a San Diego man to make that trip.
So that's my mother, my father, me as a baby.
Looking through Curtis Thrasher's family photos takes a little bit of explaining.
It's kind of cool.
And the best place to start would be the hospital in Indonesia where Curtis was born 53 years ago. The same hospital where his mother died 2 days later from sepsis. And the same hospital founded by this man, Dr. Neil Thrasher, who would adopt Curtis and raise him here in the U.S., where Curtis lived happily for a half century, but always wondered about his biological family.
I would go, I should eventually kind of go look for them, and I never really did.
Until one day, with nothing more than this picture of a brother and a sister and no names to go with it, he decided to just go.
So 2 weeks later, I'm on a plane to Indonesia, all my stuff's in storage, and I'm gone. I had a feeling that I would find them, and I just started at the hospital where I was born. I had to take a chance,
And as chance would have it, his mother's death record from the hospital was actually still there, and with her name, he could then go from town to town just asking people.
So we'd go to this village, like, no, they were here 40 years ago, but we think they went to this village.
Until eventually somebody had heard of a brother-in-law who worked at the post office, and that led to a phone call.
And it was crazy because he, on the phone, started crying. He's like, oh my God, we've been looking for you too, but they didn't have my American name.
And that is what led to this.
Hello. How are you?
Curtis and his biological sister meeting for the first time.
In her purse was my baby picture that she carried around with her at all times. Yeah.
You look similar. Do you think? Yeah.
Even though we were brought up differently, different cultures, different countries, different religions, we just connected.
For the next 2 months, the two of them would travel around the country together, meeting other relatives.
But ended up finding, 10 brothers and sisters, and then overall 53 different relatives.
And the story doesn't end there, because remember the hospital that Curtis's adopted father started? Well, when Curtis visited there, he noticed the technology was way out of date, and Curtis happens to do IT. So he ended up staying more than a year to help update the hospital's computer system.
This is a picture of my mother, who I never knew what she looked like before.
Curtis is finally back home, but thanks to social media,
This is my niece.
Never far away from his new family on the other side of the world.
And I can keep track of their birthdays. I know when someone's being born. It's like I gained another family.
Yeah, so now he has two. In fact, look at these pictures right here. As for Curtis's adopted family here in the U.S., not only were they supportive of him looking for his birth family, they actually all flew over there to Indonesia to meet the birth family. So again, he has two families now. Pretty awesome, right?
What a family reunion that is.
Right?
I want to be at that party.
All right, let's